Welcome to the home edition of The Bottom Line. We, Jim and I are, we want to keep talking about economic and business issues over beer, but we are also social distancing and, in the spirit of the times. So this is what we're going to do. Jim, let's talk about how this coronavirus pandemic and the associated lockdowns are going to affect the St. Louis area economy.
Well, Dave, I think we're going to have a steep but hopefully short recession. If you look at what's happening in Wuhan, 3 months after this, the outbreak there, which is much worse than we're having, they're finally able to loosen up some of the restrictions. If we follow that pattern, maybe by summer we'll get some of the restrictions off, and the government stepping right in to bail everybody out, which I think is a marvelous thing. What do you think?
Oh no, that's absolutely the right thing to do. But the effects are going to be severe. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs, at least temporarily, and a lot of small businesses are going to be severely strained. May face bankruptcies or shutdowns. The Brookings Institution did a kind of a seat of the pants estimate, and they estimate that maybe 200,000 people are in industries vulnerable to job losses in St. Louis. That's about 1/7 of the local workforce.
I was really surprised by the statistic that 10% of our people are in leisure and hospitality industries. I thought it was lower because we're not exactly a vacation destination, but they're being laid off right now. The really good thing about this bailout bill is the increase in unemployment insurance. In Missouri, the most you can get right now is like $300 and some. This will move it up to like $900 and some a week, which is enough to keep these families together, paying their bills, so they don't default on their credit cards and their car loans, and this doesn't spread throughout the financial system. So that hopefully when these restrictions ease, we'll have demand come back, and we'll have a fast pickup. That's my hope.
No, Jim, I agree with you. I think that expanded unemployment benefits is the best part of this, what we're calling the stimulus bill. It's really not stimulus, just as an aside. We really should think of it as just some temporary assistance to get us through. We're not trying to stimulate the economy. We're just trying to keep people whole. This necessary shutdown of a lot of economic activity. Now, but that is the best part of it. I'm not so keen on sending out $1,200 checks to most Americans, including many of us are going to get it who don't really need it. We still have our jobs.
That's right. If I got one of those loans, I just put it in the bank. If I got one of those checks, I just put it in the bank. I'm a little concerned about the aid for small business. Those are the ones that are going to suffer here. The restaurants, the little guys, they're going to get loans from the government, my understanding, and they can be forgiven if you keep your payroll up. But they're still going to suffer through this. I don't know how many of them will be able to come out whole.
No, I think that could be a problem. There is quite a bit of money in this stimulus bill for small business aid, but small business has to make it through the crisis. Anyway, small business, if they can't keep their employees on the payroll, can't pay their rent for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is, the loan may not do them much good. They'll be just too far in the hole.
Yeah. On the other hand, there seems to be quite a bit of aid for big businesses here. Loans get them through. The details we really don't have yet. But you put this together, and if this is a short-lived crisis, 4 or 5 months, I can really see an increase in demand that gives us a V-shaped upper curve. I know when this is over, I'm going to want a vacation. So maybe that'll. And anybody who was going to buy a car in March might buy it in September, and we could come out of this fast. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think it all depends on how the public health aspects, the epidemiological evidence comes in. I mean, if this is a, if it does level out like it has in China, we can remove restrictions by summer. You may get a quick recovery, but it's also possible that you get a second wave of infections after we start to ease, and then you have more of a U-shaped recovery. We're just going to have to wait and see, but I do think we're going to have to hunker down for months perhaps.
Well, here we are in our houses, hunker down.